Natasha, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, hello and welcome. And if you're not new and you're coming back for another week, thank you for coming back. And I hope the new people and the not new people enjoy the video regardless. Whether you're new, you're not new, I hope you enjoyed it. Here's the thing. I didn't know I was vlogging this week. Because I didn't know I was vlogging this week, I didn't introduce the video. So this is me giving you a warm welcome, a formal hello. Anyways, we're starting off the week with an event with Aesop. So without further ado, I leave you to the rest of the vlog and I hope you enjoyed it.
Or hand wash without pumice. This is one of the ingredients that are in this. As I mentioned in there, it's really a lot of chamomile. Or do you prefer the wood of
Oh,
I love a cedar.
Oh yeah.
I am such a cedar.
Oh yeah.
I love it. So good. Like,
I love a musk and amber.
anything you want, so you could just have like a bunch of like oils, and you could just go and mix whatever you want.
So then when someone asks, oh, what's that?
How does it smell? So you have like a bit more of like a warmer wood smell. So now, as I mentioned in the back, that we're gonna explore the magnolia. We're gonna introduce you first to the magnolia flower.
Which one's that?
Magnolia.
Hit me. Okay, wait, hold on. She's strong.
It kind of smells like flower shop. Like all the flowers together. She's a powerful one.
She's a strong woman. But like
Like an older lady. She's aged, but she knows who she is.
Yeah.
She's not everyone's cup of tea,
She's not.
but she doesn't care.
Okay, I just finished getting ready. I have another event, 2 this week. Sometimes I have none, sometimes I have 2. This is a Black History Month event with Langton PR and Shea Moisture. So the curls are out. Duh. I use the Shea Moisture, the frizz-free curl mousse, the coconut hibiscus, to refresh the curls, along with some curl cream. I refreshed the front, didn't refresh this, because they said they're going to have a hair salon activation session to do something with the hair. So I'm like, oh, maybe they can just like refresh this part, since this part will be, you know, done. I have my outfit on. The only thing is that this is a little too big and it keeps sliding off. So I either have to be hyper aware, which I hate when I have an outfit on that has something wrong with it. And by something, I mean like I have to constantly think about it. So I have to either be hyper aware and just be like this all night so it doesn't fall off, or I can relax and let it fall. I don't know how else to fix it. I was thinking of putting fashion tape so it doesn't keep falling down. I don't know where my fashion tape is. I was looking for it a couple days ago, couldn't find it, still can't find it. I know it's in here somewhere. So now I'm like, where could it be? Because I feel like if I had that taped down, it'd be fine. Because it'd be taped. Yes, that would be big and baggy, but it'd be okay. Tonight, scent. Yesterday we went to the Aesop event, which I think I took clips of, not too sure. The perfume that we got is the Orner perfume, which smells amazing. And that's going to be tonight's scent. Even though I said, or when I did my daily chat on my Instagram, I said this would be more of a daytime perfume, but I didn't get to wear it during the day today, so we're gonna put it on right now. Should I be drama and put a fur coat on? Here's the thing. Yes, it's va-va-voom, but I don't think it goes with the outfit. Like, if you look at it for real, I don't think that's the vibe. Do we think that this shorter fur coat is more the vibe? I feel like a fur and leopard print moment never goes wrong. Do I wish this black was floor length? Absolutely. Can you see the whole outfit? I mean, I'm just gonna arrive there with the coat and then I'm gonna be like this. I love to bring this one because it's so big and I can fit things in it and it's just drama. I think that might be the vibe. I wore this yesterday. I'm gonna try to bring my flash again today. Yesterday it wasn't working. Hopefully today it works so I can get a fire photo because I feel fire. I think it's now time to head out. I like to be late but not too late. I don't like to be there with opening crew, but I also don't like to be there with closing crew. I mean, unless it's really good, then I'll be there with closing crew.
Was your day? I don't know, it's 3 p.m. just about to start. I just wanna lay in bed. You think I could come over instead? I'd like that, but maybe, just maybe, we can slow it down, cause this can easily turn around. No, am I first? Would have guessed you became my very first ex. We started in stranger situations, comes back in full rotation. If we had dialogue or miscommunication, promise I'll say this with more conviction. How was I supposed to know where this path would go? Typing these texts on my phone, don't wanna fall in love alone. How was I supposed to know?
Does Hulu not work in Canada? What am I paying for? I'm so confused. Nothing that I click I can watch. Like, I'll go, okay, season 29. No episodes are there. I'm just trying to watch something. I wanted to go crazy with the eyes, but I didn't know what to do with the eyes to go crazy with the eyes, so we just did like a dark brown liner. I don't think you can tell. You can barely tell. Do I need to get closer to the light? Oh, that's better. I did the same liner that I did on my eyes, on my lips, just to kind of like bring it together, marry it together. A little small little freck. The bang yang. Push my, I said I wasn't doing any slick backs, and I know this looks a little slicked back. Let me tell you, let me play my case. I put cream on it, and I just took my brush and brushed it. It doesn't feel tight. I'm gonna have this like this on for like 20 minutes till I get the shot. It's okay, so don't be like, girl, you did it. I know what I said, but it needed to be a little swooped to give the full effect of like the okay, let me be serious. I'm doing like an introducing me carousel on my Instagram, which I will also post on my TikTok, and the last image will be like me like this or something like that, and that's the image that I'm taking a photo of right now. I need to photograph this look. I need to photograph one more look, maybe two. I don't know if I like the opening image. I look a little orange in the opening image. Let me just take this photo and work on that last image, because I think the carousel is 4 slides that I want to show. I had a version that I did that I was gonna post, but then I was like, you know what, let me take it one step further, because when in doubt, take it one step further. So I had one rendition and I'm like, I can do better. I literally can do better, and let me tap into my creativity. Found a lot of inspiration on Pinterest. I'm mixing a lot of concepts that I saw together to, I guess, to create one new concept. I was like, oh, let's start taking photos. I need to change my top. I can't be wearing this. So I guess it's like a behind the scenes of, hey, Natasha does something creative. There's a photo that I'm trying to recreate. Do I recreate it one-to-one, or do I change it up? Obviously, it's always more fun to change it up. Let's see. This type of visual photo content is so new to me. I've never really done something like that. Like, I dabbled in it a little bit in the past, but because it's something that's new to me, I'm still trying to learn what my aesthetic would be. So this time around, I looked at a lot of Pinterest photos and, like I said, took concepts of like each one and merged it into one to kind of like make a new version, but still it is taking inspiration from other creatives and like what they thought. So I always wonder how people credit people in these scenarios, because I don't want, for example, if this were to do well, the photo carousel, and the person that had a concept of the original idea sees it, they're like, oh, she copied me. Like that wasn't my intention. So I don't know, how do you APA MLA format this so it's not like one-to-one. So that's why I feel like I need to change up the photo, because I love the original photo, how she kind of has the button down, but I feel like that'd be a little too one-to-one. So I'm trying to, basically what I'm trying to say is, the thing is, what top is Natasha going to wear? Like, the whole thing is kind of like extra, so is this too much? I don't think that's the vibe though. Let me take a photo with my white button down, and then let me take a photo with another top, and then when it comes to the editing process, I'll choose which one is the best. Checking myself out. I feel like the earrings need to be changed as well. If you ever wonder, what do creators do during the day? Like, apart from making content, like what does that look like? Because technically this is me making content, but also this is also the behind the scenes of me making content. I got this little jacket number at a Poshmark event, and I put it up for sale, but I've never really used Poshmark, so it's just been sitting there. So if no one buys it, I'm gonna keep it. I like how it fits. The buttons just need to be tightened a little bit. This one is coming off. One of my side projects or passion side quests I would love to tap into is creatively direct shoots of my own. And there's a lot of inspiration that I have been saving. And I feel like with anything that you're starting, if it's new, for the beginning portion, you kind of see what other people are doing, try to recreate that, build that muscle. And then once you know the skills on how to do that, then you can start looking out for your own inspiration and putting shoots together. So I feel like this is kind of like me tapping into that. There's definitely other shoots that I want to bring to life. And then once I get that, you know, creative juice going in that creative direction avenue, then I can come up with my own concepts, I feel. Or even like if you take concepts that you've seen and just like mix it up a little, do a little remix. I feel like this would look cool with something that I don't own, and it's always things that I don't own that it would look cool. Imagine a high neck, kind of like tulle bodysuit, give it kind of like a high fashion moment. Like, do I lay it so it has like an asymmetrical vibe? I was thinking the other day, I was talking to my friend and I'm like, you know what is one aspect that I miss about working in an office? Once upon a time, I was an event planner. My lore goes deep. For specifically, that's the word, for weddings. And one thing that I miss about working in that office was my coworker. Oh my goodness, she was so awesome. And coworkers really make or break your shift. Or like when I used to work at the hospital and a favorite nurse was on the shift or a favorite nursing assistant was on the shift. When I walked in that floor and I saw them, I'm like, no matter how bad this shift goes, no matter how many admissions we get, it's fine because Caroline is by my side. You know what I mean? Or when you go to the hospital and your not so favorite staff members on the shift and you're like, ugh. It's one of those days that you just focus, go there, get your work done, and leave. But that's one aspect that I miss of working a traditional 9 to 5 is having a coworker to chit chat. Bro, I talk to myself most of the day. I'm like, okay, what do we think? Laugh at myself, tell myself jokes. I'm low-key kind of funny sometimes. I feel like this is a version of talking to myself, but when this is off, I still yap. I start whole podcast episodes and ask the studio audience what they think. Anyways, I think this might be the vibe. Little asymmetrical moment. I might angle it this way, give them a little face like that. It's Saturday. We're gonna tackle the town today. I'm being dramatic. We're just gonna go outside. I feel like it's been a minute since I've been outside. I've been out inside doing my Zoom, getting my work done. The reel that I told you about, not the reel, the take two. The photo carousel that I was taking for photos that you just saw went live this morning. So at your earliest convenience, head over to my Instagram and love it and like it up and comment. It's been doing well so far. The babes have been, como se dice, interacting with it. Right now, I'm doing a little light glam before we head out and tackle the town. We are trying out a new primer. I bought this months ago. Literally has been sitting in my little storage thing, and I haven't used it because I kept saying, okay, let me just wait till I do a review. Because as an oil, first of all, I'm oily, super, super oily. And I've been trying all these different methods to reduce the amount of oil. Of course, I'm going to get oily. It's my nature. But just like reduce it and prolong the oiliness. That was my timer. Prolong my face being matte and not being oily as quickly, right? So I'm trying different things. Right, a primer that I really love, and I found out about a couple months ago, maybe not a year, maybe like 10 months ago. I don't know. The Makeup Forever Shine Control Step 1. She's dirty because my makeup case is dirty. If you haven't tried this as an oily girl, very good. Very good. I definitely saw my makeup lasting longer with this. And then One Size came out with this a couple months ago, the Oil Sucker Extreme Mattifying Primer. And I'm like, I know I have one that I like, but what if this is even better? I just have to know because I need to find the perfect routine. I'm trying to perfect my makeup routine, and if this helps me, let me try it out. And I kept saying, let me try it for a video. I gave up. I'm trying it today. I guess this is a video. I meant for like a TikTok video. So it said to shake the bottle, put a thin layer, not too much, in your oily areas, and for best results, leave it to sit for 3 minutes. That was a timer because I let it literally sit for 3 minutes. I'm following it to the T, and I'm gonna do my makeup routine like I do every day, finishing it off with the tried and true Love Her down. I'm not gonna change anything in the steps because we're gonna put her to the test, and hopefully today my makeup doesn't get as oily as quickly. I really thought that I was going to be able to finish my makeup in that whole time lapse. it was a 10-minute time lapse that was condensed down to 10 seconds. I'm almost done. I'm finishing up my under eye. I learned this new under eye trick by, I don't know the name of the creator. I will look them up. But basically they said to leave your concealer to sit after you applied it, let it dry, let it crease, and then go in with a brush and remove the excess product from the crease and then set it. They had so many tips. You honestly just have to watch the video because I feel like if I tell you all the things, I'm just gonna copy everything he's saying. You're probably like, girl, you applied your setting spray upside down. A couple days ago, I saw someone saying apply it upside down because so much more product comes out. And I feel like after you get to a certain point in the bottle, once it's like a brand new bottle, it usually comes a great amount. But after a certain point, I have to like keep spraying it until the product comes out. But when you spray it down like this, or spray it upside down, I guess because all the product comes to this area, it sprays out so much better, so much faster, and I don't have to sit there and wait till the product comes out. Anyways, makeup is sitting beautifully. I'm gonna give you a little check-in. I don't know how many check-ins I'll do during the day. It's currently 2:30. Maybe I'll do one in a couple hours and show you how the makeup is sitting. Today was one of those days that every single thing that I put on felt so ugly, and after trying on what felt like half my closet, you can never go wrong with all black. So that's what we're wearing. This Aritzia sweatsuit, what is it called? Sweat fleece. You know, the Aritzia one that is like $1,000, not $1,000. Everyone tries to dupe it, but you can't, sometimes you can't just outdo the doer and you have to get the OG. This is one of those items that I'm like, just get it. Like, just pay the money, literally. I got some of the dupes. The dupes don't do like the OG does. I did see TikTok recently, however, of someone comparing their sweat sets and comparing an old version that they had with the newer version, the newer version being super thin. This one is the same thickness as the first version that I got. The first one was a zip down. This one I got the hoodie with the pant, and also the first version I got the cargo pants. These aren't the cargo pants, but I liked that they weren't bunched up at the bottom. Anyways. We finally made it out. We're walking. First stop is food. I only ate breakfast and it's time for lunch. I remembered that there's this sandwich like torta Mexican spot nearby that makes really good sandwiches. I've been craving it for a second, so we're gonna hit up that spot. The rest of the things we need to do is time dependent. I wanna go to the camera store and I wanna go to Michael's, but the camera store closes in an hour and a half, so I might not have enough time to stop by the camera store, but if I can't, then that's fine. First step, get some food in my belly because I'm about to pass out. Okay, we've made it. It's called Torteria San Cosme. I actually don't know how I found this the first time around. I actually found it when I was apartment hunting many moons ago because it's like a bar inside of a restaurant that's not open all the time. Like I just got here and she's like, oh, well, let me check if they're open. But it's like a sandwich bar inside of another establishment. There's 2 establishments in one. Very interesting. What I usually get is the tinga sandwich with a side of, what's it called? A side of plátanos, but I put the plantains in the sandwich because it gives like this sweetness. It's my own concoction of the menu. It's giving very much customized order. And then I think today I might do a tamarind. Aguas fresca. Let's get into the sandwich. Let me show you. Ooh. With plantains. Thank you. Mm-hmm. That sandwich really hit the spot, y'all. It needed to do everything I wanted to. The only critique I would have, my only note, is that the plantains weren't all the way ripe, so they weren't as sweet as I would have liked them to be, but it's okay. The sandwich was just so amazing. The ingredients felt so fresh. Right now we're headed to the camera store. It does close in 45 minutes, but I was just gonna go anyways. I'm looking for a flash. So I got a Sony a6-700 camera a couple months ago, and it doesn't come with a built-in flash. So when I first got it, because I dropped basically a left kidney and a toe to pay for it, I didn't get the external flash that was more expensive. Since then, I have bought 2 different external flashes that are not compatible with the camera. And now I'm getting a little confused because I'm like, the other 2 external flashes that I got are not Sony. According to the fine print, it should have worked. So I'm going to go back, see if they have any other recommendations of flashes that connects to the camera and it syncs. So when I click it, the flash level takes in mind the light that's already in the room and I don't have to manually change the settings to take the photo. So we're gonna see if we can find that today, and hopefully I'm not spending $10,000, or maybe they sell a little extender or something attachment that I can put to my hot shoe, the top part of the camera, so the flash that I bought is compatible. Maybe that would be a cheaper alternative, because one of the flashes that I bought, I wasn't able to return it, so it's still sitting at home. The other one I was able to return, but if there's like a little attachment that can allow me to use the one I already have, that'd be great. And that way I don't have to buy a new one. But it's a little chilly. We're on our way, and hopefully we can get some answers that is not cost me $1,000.
In general, we would go with this brand.
Okay.
It's just now about what specific product you want to go for.
Okay.
I say let's open them up. These are not demo units, but that's fine. You can see them. You end up getting one or the other.
Because I bought 2 different versions. I think it's a newer, that's the brand, and it doesn't sync. It doesn't attach to it.
So all these sync.
Okay.
That's already problem solved, independently of whatever product we see. I just want to show them to you physically, because you understand also the difference in size. Because it might be you don't care. At that point, I would definitely get the V1, just simply because you can use it as fast as you want. You can shoot so fast. If it's really, really like completely pitch dark, you can light up the whole room.
Okay.
With something like this instead, it takes faster to, like, it's lower to recharge. So like the recyclers might be like, shoot.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh yeah.
I don't like
but it is an option.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna tell you how much is the. I had no doubts, but like I wanted to show you so that you understand, because obviously
you.
this looks like the newer one you have. I already know that. I've never seen your newer, but this is its brother. That being said, some people sometimes, you've done it too, I've done it too, you have to go to the newer to then say like, you know what?
Yeah. I was trying to save some coin, but at the end of the day, I just wanted to work, and it wasn't convenient, and it wasn't even connecting.
I walked in, got my flash, walked out. The person who was helping me, Diego. If you go to Downtown Camera, Diego is your guy. So nice, so sweet. One of the reasons why I was so quick to buy it was because the flash that he recommended to me was actually one that I had been researching about, and I saw a lot of people recommend and use. He did present to me a cheaper option and a more expensive option, which I appreciated, because I said, show me the options price-wise as well. But as he was telling me the specs of the cheaper option, as he was telling me the specs of the cheaper option, I was going to run into an issue that I didn't want, which is the flash taking so long to recharge. Like I told you guys, I have a smaller one, and it takes about like 10 seconds between shot to recharge. I have no idea how I ended up at the Eaton Center. That's how lost I got. The bus never came. Walked to the next stop, like one stop up, just in case it got stuck. Like, you know, there's always like, maybe there's a crash or something, you can't pass by that stop. Just waited there for 10 minutes. Lost. Then I looked at my Google Maps, and the Google Maps said I can go through the path, so I'm not walking in the cold. I said, perfect. I tried to find the path, couldn't find it. All of a sudden, I find the path, and then all of a sudden, I end up at the Eaton Center. So here I am, which is kind of perfect. It kind of worked out, because I do need to stop by Zoomies, and there's a Zoomies here, and then eventually I'll make it over to Michael's. But I'm like, y'all, I got triple mega loss. And I'm pretty good with directions, like using the transit sometimes, but this is crazy. We have made it to Michael's. I'm looking for cake pans. This one says $20. Am I gonna have to go to Dollarama? Also, I have 7% left on my Osmo, so I need to be vigilant. Is that the right word? On what I'm recording. This is 4 inches. Oh, remember when, I don't know if I explained it. I tried to get it ordered, and this was going to be the size of the cake that they were going to make for $76. 70, girl. So this is $10. I can get this and just bake it in rounds. so I only have to buy one. Or let me see if there's another brand that does cake molds. Let me show you what I'm looking at right now. These are all the cake molds that I see here. There's some here. I feel like there should be more. Where's like the... Oh, that's it? Girl, what? So I guess we're getting one of these. I originally was going to do a 4-inch. We're going to do a 6-inch. The 4-inch was just too small. We need one of those. Okay, sold out. Perfect. That's a 10-inch. Is a 10-inch too big? Yeah. It's gonna like drown it. There's no other smaller one? What's up with... Girl, what's going on? So I have somewhere to put it when I'm transporting it. I feel like Dollarama might have this, but I don't want to take the chance and then walk all the way over there and then not have it. This cake box is kind of big though. I might have to make the cake bigger so the cake doesn't look so tiny in the box. I might have to make cupcakes because they don't have a lot of the things that I need. They don't have the size of that I need. They don't have the size cake box that I need. This primer, okay, I seem oilier on the screen than I actually am. I look like a butterball. I am not. Let me take a photo. That's crazy. I feel like this is what my face would look like usually an hour. It's been 6 hours. Yeah, I don't know if you have oily skin, you will get it. You will get it. Let me bring it closer. Like, yes, it's glowy, but it's not like a butterball. I'm usually a butterball. This is insane. What? One size. You did your big one on this. I'm so impressed. I am so impressed. Let's open my new flash. Hopefully it's not rocket science to use. Fine, I'll read the instructions. No. No way! Just like that? No way, just like that? How else, Natasha? No, you don't get it. That was what? You just put it on and it connects? That's crazy. Okay. Wait, let's turn this off. Wait, ha 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 ha. This is so cool. Sorry, I'm excited. New gadgets. This is the Godox. Hold up. Godox V1S flash. She was a pretty penny. And I have the Sony a6700. Okay, now I need to play around with it and figure out how to not overexpose myself. Whoa, hair looks like it's time for a wash. Yeah. Oh, I look like a professional. A professional. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be... Ooh, I'm so excited.
It's 3 p.m. just about to start. I just wanna lay in bed. You think I could come over instead? I'd like that, but maybe, just maybe, we could slow it down, cause this can easily turn around. It's funny how you were all of my first. Who would've guessed you became my very first ex? We started in stranger situations, comes back in full rotation. If we had dialogue or miscommunication, promise I'll say this with more conviction. How was I supposed to know where this path would go? Typing these texts on my phone, don't wanna fall in love alone. How was I supposed to know? With beer got nothing to show, cryptic tongue got an error in code. Don't wanna fall in love alone. On the night it happened, universe saw us crying and laughing. The sky was quiet, it didn't rain, kept me sane. I took this as a sign, cause it cried tears of joy when we looked each other in the eyes. 4 minutes felt like
Hello,
4
good morning,
seconds.
and happy Sunday. We did a hot yoga class this morning. I did renew my class pass because they did get me with a promotion. That email promotion, it does work. Marketing does work. It was $5 for 34 credits for the month, and I said, oh, I guess I'll do it. So, and I need to move my body more. So we did hot yoga this morning. I realized at the end of the class that the little wipe that I was using to dry off my sweat was actually the wipe that the studio provided to wipe off the equipment at the end. It looked like a little towel, so I thought it was for grabs, and no one explained nothing. So I was wiping myself off with that little towel the whole class. Class ends, and everyone's using that same black towel to wipe down their equipment. I said, ooh, I'm running home. I'm spraying hydrochloric acid on my face because what? We're baking again. Today we're making carrot cake with chocolate ganache on top, filled in with cream cheese icing. You're listening to that and you're like, oh my goodness, Natasha, you are such a good baker? I don't know if I am. Here's the thing. Let me tell you the story as I get my things. I have a friend who had a birthday yesterday, and after asking them 1,000 times what their favorite birthday cake was, they said carrot cake with chocolate on top. I have never heard of a carrot cake with chocolate on top. I said, cool. I didn't want to make it obvious that I was going to somehow surprise them with this cake or gift them this cake. So I didn't ask further questions. And the further questions that I needed to clarify was, is the inside of the carrot cake filled with chocolate or with cream cheese frosting? And I don't know the answer to that, because if I were to ask some questions, then they would pick up that I'm trying to do something. And I don't want them to know. Anyways, originally I had a plan when we went to Michael's to get like a cutie little cake pan, get the cardboard that goes like that you put the cake on top, and then get a cake box. But Michael's didn't have any of the things that we needed. Ugh. So I had to rework my plan. And I was like, okay, I can make cupcakes, but I really wanted to make like cakes. So I thought, let's do mini cakes. I went to Dollarama. I got these little cake molds, or like these, it's a brownie pan. But I was thinking to fill them up, right, bake them, and then do like a 2-tier mini square cake. How cute is that? I also have, in my dreams, I'm hosting dinner parties. In my dreams, I'm doing all these things. And I want to be able to make the stuff when I host these things. Well, not everything, but make at least some of the stuff. So I feel like this is me practicing for that era as well. Originally, when they told me this, I was like, okay, I don't know if I told you the story on the vlog. And they told me that's the kind of cake they like. I was like, perfect. Let me call a bakery and have the bakery make it. I called this bakery. They said, they took my order. I explained everything that I wanted. When I said chocolate ganache on top, they're like, chocolate ganache? And I said, I know, I'm just the messenger. That was not the request, but that was what they said. They said, okay, let me put you down for the cake, and then we'll call you later to see if we can fill the order. I said, perfect. They quoted me $26 for a 4-inch cake. A 4-inch cake is this big, but I said, okay, at least I'm not doing it myself. 26, easy. I go ahead, wait it out, and then they call me back later, and they're like, yeah, we're too busy this weekend. We can't fulfill your order. I said, okay, cool, that's fine. Let me just call another bakery. I called another bakery, gave them the exact specs of the first one, and they quoted me $76. I said, in this economy, 76? Because I'm like, no. I would pay the $76 so I don't have to do it. But then I'm like, okay, either I pay the $76 and I just get them a cake, or because I had most of the ingredients, I make the cake myself and then I'm able to use the rest of the 76 to get them another gift. So it's like a cake and a gift. So that's the long story short of me saying we're making a carrot cake, and I'm going to try to do my best so that this tastes really good, and I'm going to try to follow the recipe to the T so I don't mess up, and I'm going to let the cakes cool down completely, and then we'll decorate it a little bit later tonight. It calls for chopped pecans. I don't know if they're allergic to nuts, so I feel like to be safe, I'm not gonna add the pecans. Sally's baking is the helping your girl out today. Preheat the oven. I'm literally reading the instructions slowly, following it to a T, and making this the best carrot cake I have ever made. Now I'm trying to think of it. I don't think I've ever made a carrot cake. There's a first time for everything. And here's the thing. If I make this and it doesn't taste good, because I'm definitely gonna taste it, I won't give it to them. They don't know. I didn't tell them that they were getting a cake. So if they're watching the vlog, hey, and you didn't get the cake, I'm so sorry. It wasn't up to my standards, so I didn't give it to you. Last week when I baked the cookies, I didn't follow the instructions and messed them up. So this time we really need to follow the instructions. You know what? I'm going to use my scale. We're getting that technical with it because it says packed, but it also says 300 grams. So it says have a cup, and I feel that have a cup, but if I'm going by grams, I have to continue scooping things out. So I guess I have to be really consistent and make everything weighed, or like weigh everything. These are cool. These I just took out of the oven. I made them all in this little thing. I was only gonna do part of them in the tins and the rest in a cake pan, but then I didn't like how tall the first ones were, so I'm like, okay, let me try again, and then let me try again. So hopefully within these, I have enough that are good in shape that I like. The butter and the cream cheese have been resting at room temperature. I don't know if they're at room temperature quite yet. I might wait a little bit longer and then make the filling. Part of me also wants to leave them to cool overnight and make the filling tomorrow morning because I'm kind of being lazy. I was gonna try to do this tomorrow, but I'm like, let's put it all in one vlog. I feel like it'd be cruel to do that. So all the things have been baked. Ta-da! They have been cooled down. I have a different camera that I'm using and the lights because it's dark and my DJI died on me and it was doing some sort of thing. Anyways, we're making the frosting. This has been out for a minute. It's definitely at room temperature. I have a handheld mixer. I freaked out for a second because I thought I didn't, but I do. Half a cup of unsalted butter. Every time I make frosting, I feel like the recipes always call for way too much powdered sugar. I'm gonna try to follow it, but sometimes I feel like half is enough. I did taste it. I think they taste fine. They're very spiced because they have what? Ground cloves, cinnamon, ginger. Didn't know it called for ginger. That's what Sally said. And nutmeg. Because it's on a different camera, I fear that I can't do all the angles that I usually do. Half a cup. Perfect. Yeah, like I was saying, I feel like all the frosting recipes, every time I make it, it calls for too much confectioner sugar. And I always end up putting half of the amount because it's already sweet. And I'm like, I don't think it needs any more. Got my sugar. That's good. Icing is complete. This is a lot of icing. Now I need to pick the nicest looking ones. I can already see one. The plan is little cake, icing, little cake. Do you see where the issue runs? So I'm going to attempt, I wish I had like a serrated knife. I'm gonna attempt to, you know, this butter knife has teeth. It kind of did what I needed to do. What I needed it to do. That's diagonal. It's not that bad. And then I'm just gonna drizzle chocolate on top. Would have been much easier and faster with a knife that has little teeth. Finish up the other two, and then I think I'll just drizzle chocolate or maybe just let it drip on the side. At the end of the day, if they don't taste good, it's literally the thought that counts. I tried to drizzle, you can't see it very well. I'll try to do a top angle with this camera. Tried to drizzle the chocolate as much as I could so it kind of like drips on the side. It's giving exactly how I want it to do. It's very organic in shape. I was gonna do a little funnel and like drizzle on top, but then I didn't want to do it. So I wish it was a little bit smoother on top, but you know, here it is, all the angles. Get into it. I couldn't find a pack for it, so I just thought to make it kind of like a dome like so. Hopefully it doesn't touch. I don't think it would. And then I'll just tape it on the sides. But that's it for today's vlog. I hope you enjoyed it and it was like fun or entertaining, or maybe I made you chuckle a little bit. And I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.